Looking fabulous, babe. What's in your cup?
Lemongrass and ginger tea. Hello, Ziggy boy.
I didn't see him walk past.
Lemongrass and ginger tea.
Nice. Very nice. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me.
It's all right, babe.
Strange
I'm
times.
hanging out with you.
I wish I could give you a big hug.
Aww.
Can't sort of do that right now, but... I got it. Hey, you know, I thought that, you know, I'm doing these podcasts completely out of my comfort zone right now. But doing these podcasts and, you know, just reaching out to friends, family, people that I know, to sort of just see if we can get, you know, not just your perspective on things, but just to see, you know, to hear what your thoughts are. And I guess, like, you are the perfect person to speak to because you are GM of people and culture. Well, that's right. That's right. But you deal with this pretty much every day with the change, you know, and so bring it back, you know, GM of people and culture, but also in that, you know, when someone's had their job role changed or anything's happened internally or, you know, it's just how do people's, I guess you've got people's behaviour, you've got people's emotion in that. There's so much that's involved in it. And I thought, you know what, it's just be really, really interesting because obviously you've probably, you know, not just seen something that's happening now, but over the years. So what's your spin on it?
First of all, I don't work in a call centre even though I look like I do.
Suits you, babe. Suits
These
you.
are just keeping my ears warm. I could wear a cone bra and look like Madonna and then talk to you through this.
Yeah, and you know what? I reckon you could pull off a good dance, just FYI. We know you don't mind a bit of a dance. And if you want to crack one throughout this, I mean, it's absolutely worth to see. Because Les is not shy. And that is why we are friends.
And not being drinking.
And not being, you don't need to drink to do that.
No, I don't.
What's
That's
really in
right.
that cup?
Just tea.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I've worked in change management. I've got a background in change management, working on sort of transformation programs in a couple of different businesses and changing cultures, changing practices, changing business models, all of those sorts of things. It can be a really interesting thing to watch people try and go through change in their workplace, let alone how they handle it in their personal lives. And I think, you know, the situation with coronavirus at the moment is really pushing humanity to adapt and to adapt quickly. And for some of us, that's really difficult. But I guess what makes a good change manager is generally somebody who has been through change themselves. And so, by goodness, we're going to get to the end of this and everyone's going to go, yep, I've had a significant experience of change. So if there's anything good to come out of it, I think it's that humanity will be better at adapting itself. We need to be a bunch of chameleons. So, yeah, look, there's many different things that contribute towards helping people through change. But what's at its core, in my view, is relationship and connection. So whenever I'm working with a change in a business, for me it's always about talking to people and understanding where they're at, and then talking to them about what the nuances of the change are that you're introducing and why. Obviously Simon Sinek will talk a lot about why. You've got to talk about why in regards to us adapting to this new world that we're finding ourselves in, and meeting instead of being in person and hugging it tight. You know, we really need to understand why, and I think we'll get why we need to do what we're doing now. So, and then the other part of it is actually self-awareness is really important. So people actually spending some time deep breathing. I know it sounds basic, but it's the basic stuff at this point in time that's really, really helpful. Is deep breathing and being aware of their emotions and how they're feeling in order to better manage their emotions through change. And I see that as being exactly the same thing that we're all having to
absolutely
deal with
here,
to adapt to this new world that we're finding ourselves in. And people, I think so. I've been through a couple of significant heartbreaking changes.
Yes, you have.
One last year, and 6 or 7 years before that really shook me as a person. And I think people say to me, "Oh, you're so resilient." Well, that's because I do the work. So, and I'm really proud of that. So, I will go and see a specialist to help me through. I'll go and see a psychologist and have a conversation and understand.
And that's okay. I think that is absolutely okay, because that gives you the coping, the tools to be able to cope. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. But it's really important, because for so many people, they don't reach out and ask for help. Part of asking for help or reaching out, I suppose, is coming into Temple Day Spa and getting a treatment. That's an element of taking care of yourself. Another element of it is talking to a professional in one way, shape, or form. And I've done that in my time to help me through where I felt like I've hit a barrier or hit a crossroad that I can't seem to help myself pass through. Reading a book or an article or doing some of my own research. And then it's actually about doing the work. So what is doing the work? Well, it's actually about being real with yourself. Am I actually making a change here? So I could use you as an example for that, Sharon. You've been through a significant change here in your business and within the last week. So what have you done? Well, you've adapted yourself and you've gone, right, well, but what can I do? How can I do something differently? And that's the perfect example of someone who's managing change well, just by taking different actions, because they've identified that maintaining the status quo isn't going to help. So I've just said a lot of words.
Thanks, babe.
I'll stop for a sec.
Do you know what though? I really, really can resonate with you, and that's why we're friends. Firstly, because I think that just makes a lot of sense. But the things that I'm hearing as well is that, it's okay to, to ask for help right now. And, we were talking about this yesterday, saying that sometimes the strongest people, you just don't know what they've been through, what they're going through, how they manage to do things. I mean, you and I talk pretty much every day, don't we? We're on the phone, we chat, we talk,
but a lot to say.
We definitely never run out of a conversation. But I think now's the time to pick up the phone and talk to people, and to, there is a change, and everyone's going to deal with it differently. But you've just got to dig deep and think, okay, what is it that I can do with the now? And, when you come out after this, I think you tapped on that really, really early, that, when people come out of this afterwards, they will be more resilient, and they will probably be a lot more appreciative of their job, their lifestyle, their relationships, because it's all been taken away from them overnight and very, very quickly.
But that's the hard part.
That's right.
It's actually letting go. It's not grabbing onto the new. It's letting go of the old. So if anyone's like hanging on to old thoughts or old beliefs or values that no longer serve them or what have you, the part of it that's hard is letting go. So if people can recognise that, okay, I'm struggling with letting go of how things were, and if you can say to yourself, all right, I'm going to relinquish the grip on the past, so that I've got more space to welcome what's new. And for us in the situation that we're in here, and again, as you're demonstrating with this, Shaz, you're letting go of having Temple Day Spa open to welcome what's new, and that is Temple Wellness TV.
Yeah.
With your call centre operator.
Giving it a red hot go, babe. Giving it a red hot go.
So exactly. But
that's all we can do right now, is just,
exactly
not judge people. Not judge people for their ways of dealing with it. Look, I think, I'm getting up in the morning, putting my big girl pants on. Christy's with me. We're still working together. And we're still, you like my big pants? They're beige, by the way. They are beige. Love beige. That's all I wear. Not really, although really. And we're in the spa.
You're not beige, babe.
I'm not, no, beige is no. But we're in the spa as well. So it's like, you're sort of damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But we're keeping it alive. We're keeping the surroundings and what we know alive. And, as all...
You're also attempting to keep your relationships alive.
That's
and your connections
right.
alive,
That's
and
exactly right.
That's critical to being able to adapt.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do.
To a change.
Yeah, is making sure that we will be here at the end, but also that our clients can, remember how they felt when they were in here, and that they remember how the conversations that we have with them. So, but getting back, what would be your piece of advice that you could, it could be, coming a friend to a friend or a colleague or something, or anybody really, it's a tough time. It's a tough time for all of us in one way or the other.
I use actually a psychology model called ACT, A-C-T, Acceptance and Commitment Therapy. And you can read about it really simply in a little book called The Happiness Trap. And The Happiness Trap, they've got a full book, but they've also got a pocket book. And the pocket book is the one that's really short. It's full of cartoons in terms of how it explains what acceptance and commitment therapy is. But essentially it's about appreciating what's around you. So, I know that when you take Zook for a walk, like quite often you'll post a story to Instagram and you'll be out in this, just in a street with trees, and you can just tell that you are enjoying your surroundings. And so going outside, we can still go outside in this situation that we're in at the moment. We can still go outside and go for a walk somewhere. So doing that and breathing in the air and saying what you're grateful for, that's a really important part of being able to move forward.
Absolutely.
Having gratitude. And again, it sounds basic and it sounds simple, but actually doing it works.
That's right.
But it's also having some goals and committing to some goals. I am going to go for a walk every day for a minimum of 30 minutes and get my heart rate up, and committing to that. Or I am going to look for the good in this situation and get online and do a skills enhancement course.
We talked about that.
It's doing things like that actually helps you shift
the mental stimulation
from your past
as well
to your future. And it's not just thinking positively. It's taking action on different things in order to help your brain shift from where it's been to where it needs to go, particularly when you're shoved into a situation like we are with coronavirus. So, they're just a few examples. There's certainly more to it than that, but it's the Happiness Trap pocket guide or pocket book, whatever it's called. Actually, I think it's about $15. It's a really good book. And
I have to look into that. Yeah.
In my work, where people often come to people and culture with personal problems, or when they're going through, when you're trying to manage a change and you identify somebody who's got some personal struggles, it's actually been a great book with some really simple skills in it. And personally, I think they should be teaching it in schools, which they do to a degree, because they're really good, basic mental health, one-on-one, great tools to use that anybody can use. But the difference between I don't know, not changing or not being able to adapt and being good at it and being resilient is actually doing what the book articulates.
So good. So good. And I think, it's very, very easy, and now's the time to do it, to be grateful for what you have got, not what you haven't got. Now, that's hard to do but like you say, we're grateful, it could be the simple things, taking the dog for a walk, or, being able to spend some more time with the kids, being able to sit down and play a game with them, to be able to write down and reset your mindset of like, what is it that I'm going to do to be productive
Yes.
with this time. How can I be productive? I can be productive by going, okay, it's healthy to grieve, but I also think be productive, do that. We talked about that. Do that online course that you've always wanted to do. Or if you've been interested in something and it's completely different from your job that you're currently doing now, look into it, research it. Pick up the phone and call that person, or go for an exercise, even if it's for half an hour, like you say, to get your blood. Whatever you do, if you are productive, then I think that you will automatically become positive. It's really hard when someone says, be positive, you've got to stay positive. Well, sometimes people just can't find that way. But the ways that you and I, and other people as well, is that we try to look for the silver lining, whatever we've got. We have our cry, we have our grieves, we do with whatever we need to do, and then we go, right, what do I need to do to be able to get back on track? And I think that's right now, if ever we need to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The reality is that we're in a crap situation.
Absolutely.
There's no question.
Yeah.
It's a crap situation for all in humanity. We can't change that.
No.
But we can change how we think about it.
Absolutely. It's our favourite saying.
People say that. But it's true.
It is.
So,
it is.
So, okay, this is a crap situation. As I said, right, I'm going to appreciate this time with my family. I'm appreciate this downtime. I'm going to upskill myself where possible. I'm going to read those 3 books because I really want to do that. It's not saying that for somebody who might have lost their job through this, it's not diminishing that in any way. It's about saying, well, I'm going to need to accept that that's happened because it's happened and I can't change it. But I can change how I facilitate myself in other aspects of my life in order to grow. And I think that's,
I think it's about everyone's accountable now for yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really much, I need to be accountable for myself, because you don't want to start, it's like you said, it's nobody's fault. It's completely out of our control. When it has happened, it's not a reflection on your business. It's not a reflection on your performance of anything that you've done, or your work ethic. This is happening around the world and is like,
that's right,
just a crazy difficult time. But I think that if we just, one step forward, one day at a time, and set yourself a list. It's funny, I actually said to Christy, we before we could go into the park, when we could go there, we grabbed our coffees. We were working here, we were doing a bit of planning. We grabbed our coffee and then we went, I think I told you this, we went and sat in the park, and we just sat there, and I looked around and the sun was shining, the birds were, but I was hearing for that, you see. So I was trying to think, this is just absolutely beautiful. Christy, why don't we do this more often? It was just down the road, on Unley Road, okay? And I'm thinking, it's that simple stuff. It sounds simple, totally, but it's like I'm starting to do a list of the things that I'm going to continue when I come back on the other end, of the gentle reminder of the things that firstly made me feel good, that did help me be more productive. And I think that's it's really important to do that. Really important to do that. And you're still working. Yeah. So there you go.
Oh, Shaz.
Oh, Les.
A bit of time with you is always good.
It's should we crack up a dance, or like what are we thinking? I love your work, babe, and I'm really...
We should work up some hand actions to go with this.
Yeah, I like this. But you know what? I'm so grateful. Just thanks for hanging out and having a chat, because like you say, every day we're trialing something new, and this is what even we're doing. This is completely... I'm not an interviewer. I'm not a podcaster. We are just like human beings, and all different people that have joined us for these. And it's just really, it's a bit of fun, it's entertaining, but we hope that it also helps people. So I know that even, from this, I feel like I've taken something and it's been helpful. So thanks for your time, Les, and I'm loving that you said, babe. It's just, it's good.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, is that Sharon calling? It's old. Oh, did I mention having a laugh is important?
Absolutely. Always.
Bit of an idiot.
It's good. You've got to laugh at yourself, don't you?
Oh, I totally do all the time.
I'm loving TikTok actually. I'm having a bit of fun with that, even though it's usually for 12-year-olds. But Christy and I are giving it a red hot go, and Zook's actually had a bit of a go on there, and you know, it's why not just have a bit of fun.
Yeah, I need to get amongst it.
Got to do it, babe.
It's one of my TikTok moves.
You have a good rest of the day.
I will, and you too, my loves.
I'll chat to you soon.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for a massage.
Do you know what? We are all going to be craving touch. You know, it is going to be, and we are going to be here to make that happen and pick right up from where we left from.
Cannot wait.
Sounds good, babe.
Love you.
I love you
Love
too.
your business. It's gorgeous.
Thanks, babe. And thanks again for your time. Sounds good. See ya.
Pleasure.
Bye.
See ya.